Some breaking news to bring you. 3 people have been shot at an ICE detention facility in Dallas. The shooter is dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We know this. ICE's acting director says the victims, though, could be employees, visitors, or detainees. It's unclear at this moment. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem confirms multiple injuries and fatalities, but the motive also remains unclear as this investigation continues.
We know that there were 3 fatalities, potentially detainees, not ICE law enforcement at this time, that there have been other injuries, and some individuals are in critical condition.
So what we know so far definitely is that there was a active shooter at the Dallas location about 7:40 East Coast time. It appears to be a sniper from an elevated position. Initially 3 individuals were shot. We do have multiple fatalities. All ICE agents and officers at the location are accounted for right now. It's still an active scene.
This comes at a very heightened time for ICE. Obviously, an uptick in the number of ICE operations all over the country. Many more immigrants being arrested as part of President Trump's deportation push. And along with that, more reports of assaults being reported against ICE officers.
Please join me in praying for the families of folks who lost their lives today.
This is the 3rd shooting in Texas directed at ICE or CBP. This must stop. To every politician who is using rhetoric demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP, stop. To every politician demanding that ICE agents be doxxed and calling for people to go after their families, stop. This has very real consequences.
We did just get a posting on social media on the website X from the FBI director posting a picture of unspent shell casings found at the scene near the shooters. There you see them with the words anti-ICE written on them. Kash Patel, the FBI director, saying that more updates will be forthcoming, but he also says these despicable, politically motivated attacks against law enforcement are not a one-off.
So first of all, I'll tell you, just from working through a large number of crises during my time at DHS, the initial reporting is always inaccurate. So I think, I really am hesitant to speculate about what the motivations were. Obviously, I saw the shell casing, but the problem with this is when you're sitting there in Washington and you're getting lots of people on the field are eager to get you updates. Historically, those initial updates can be inaccurate. It's not until things settle down that you start getting more accurate information in.
We're still learning a little bit about it. But what we know is that in Dallas, Texas, an ICE facility, an Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility, was opened fire upon by a violent left-wing extremist, a person who wrote anti-ICE messaging on their bullets. And there's some evidence that we have that's not yet public, but we know this person was politically motivated. They were politically motivated to go after law enforcement. They were politically motivated to go after people who are enforcing our border.
We just got some new images from the Department of Homeland Security that show some of the damage that was done during this attack, including 2 bullet holes in a enclosure there, that glass enclosure. It's sort of hard to see, but there are two bullet holes against the glass there where that flag is, but also a bullet hole in a window of this building. Department of Homeland Security saying that this gunman was firing indiscriminately at this field office in Dallas and also struck a van that was carrying detainees that was driving into the facility.
The level of political violence and ideologically motivated violence across the spectrum is far too high in the United States of America right now. We need leadership that brings people together, not national leadership that tears people apart.
Law enforcement officials say they have now identified the suspect in this morning's fatal shooting at an immigration facility in Dallas. They say the suspect is 29-year-old Joshua Jean. They have not provided more details on who he was or what his motive was.
Joshua Johns, he's 29 years old. Law enforcement has said that he has ties to Texas and Oklahoma, but he did take his own life on the rooftop there. Law enforcement officials found him deceased. And then, as you also heard, there were bullet casings with anti-ICE messages written on them.
The Department of Homeland Security is now correcting information they released on the shooting at an immigration center in Dallas this morning. There is one detainee who was killed, not two as reported, but two are critically injured. No ICE agents were hurt. Authorities say the gunman took his own life.